Hi, everyone. Natasha Trenev here. And today I'm going to be talking about the most important topic you can ever imagine. And the reason is that I think most of us don't really understand fungal or candida overgrowth and its connection to chronic disease. I think people are drinking a lot of stuff with mushrooms, with yeast in their diet. And I believe it's one of the major factors of why we're spending $4.3 trillion on healthcare, and 80% of that spent on chronic disease. Would you please note that we now know, and it's true for 2,000 years, that all major diseases start in the gut. And if it starts in the gut, it's going to impact your health. So please pay attention today because we're going to give you information that's absolutely indispensable to you and how you deal with your health issues. And if you really want to get better, please pay attention. So what I've done is for many years, I have presented this slide or picture, and it shows you everything the fungal overgrowth affects in your body. And I think most of you will be shocked. So this is my first diagram. So look at the conditions. Depression, headaches, anxiety and crying, hyperactivity, chronic acne, muscular aches, chronic fatigue, allergies, problems with your esophagus, not being able to swallow your food properly, organ failure, mainly your liver, pancreatic problems, problems in your descending colon, joint pain and swelling, infertility, problems with your sigmoid colon, rectum and anus problems, ascending colon problems, on and on. You can see just by the short diagram. Then we're going to go into our next diagram and we're going to talk about the other problems we have. Psoriasis, vulvovaginal candidiasis, thrush, abdominal pain, extreme sensitivity to perfumes, chemicals, and smoke, craving sweet foods or alcohol, abdominal bloating, stomach distension, diarrhea and constipation, poor memory and poor concentration, athlete's foot, nail or skin fungus, premenstrual syndrome, fluid retention, irritability and mood swings, cramps or other menstrual irregularities, loss of sexual desire or impotence, endometriosis or infertility, numbness, burning or tingling, erratic vision and or spots before the eyes, upper respiratory tract infections, colds, postnasal drip, and nagging coughs. Most people don't know that sinus infections are caused by fungal or yeast overgrowth. And when you're given antibiotics, it does not only not help the situation, it may actually make it worse unless you have a specific infection in your sinuses by a bacterial agent that is causing the problem. So I'm going to leave this up for a while and maybe we'll go back to the first one and come back to this one so you can get a good look. So what we're saying to you is that if you're listening to all these gurus, they're talking about gut health and they've given you solutions that have not solved your problem and given the tools to your body to heal itself, maybe you should change who you're listening to because I've been doing this for 40 years. I've been involved in Candidiasis seminars for ages. Some of the people who are teaching you, I've taught in the past, but unfortunately, they've adopted a business model rather than teaching you what will really work to change your health. So here's what I can tell you, what I've learned in the last 40 years, that because of the abuse of antibiotics, and we now know that the weed killer Roundup or glyphosate was a potent antibiotic. So you were hit with antibiotics, not only from your doctor that you took willingly, there was antibiotic residue in meats and sometimes even in vegetables. We now know that antibiotics were part of weed killers or pesticides. So we have completely destroyed the normal function of our whole digestive tract. There's 100 trillion microbes that we call the microbiota that line the 27 feet are out of balance. And the solutions that people have been giving you with what I call very poorly formulated probiotics, even insist on giving you soil probiotics, has not changed the condition, has actually made it worse because people are not getting results. So especially as we go into the holiday season, I would recommend that you follow my holiday survival guide, especially if you have any of these symptoms that I've mentioned here. What I'm recommending is that at least several days before you start your holiday adventure, you take one healthy trinity in the morning, one healthy trinity at night. There's the powdered products of Megadophilus. And since most of you have been brainwashed against dairy, I do have a vegan formula of Megadophilus and Digestalac. They're on our website. You can call our agents, they can help you. And so, in addition to the one healthy trinity you take in the morning and the one you take at night, I recommend that you take a teaspoon of Digestalac or Megadophilus or both in lukewarm filtered water at least 30 minutes before your meal. And make sure that when you're eating, you don't load up your mouth. You chew each bite 10 times. You enjoy the moment. And if you're going to be drinking too much, you're going to need these probiotics even more, because guess what? Alcohol sterilizes your whole intestinal tract. So you're going to be even in worse shape because you're not going to have any defense system against candidiasis, because guess what? Candidiasis flares up when you drink alcohol or you indulge in too many sweet things. So if you don't want to feel miserable for the next several days after your holidays, make sure that you are taking the Healthy Trinity every day, twice a day. Take the powdered probiotics as part of our Healthy Start system, the Megadophilus and Digestalac before each meal, and then take extra bifidobacter at night, at least 2 teaspoons along in filtered lukewarm water along with your Healthy Trinity, and see if your holidays don't start looking much better and you feel much better. And by the way, since Natron Precision Probiotics are not toxic at any level, anytime you're feeling sluggish or not so good, you can take an extra teaspoon to make your digestive tract function better. And guess what? When your digestive tract is not overloaded, you will be less likely to get the flu or get anything that's going around. Because the reason most people get sick in the fall season when you have your holidays is, one, there's different groups of bacteria that become active when the temperature changes. This is what most people don't know. And then when you don't pay attention to that phenomena, then when you overload your body where the digestive tract cannot handle the food, and now there's a bunch of food for the bacteria, and there's very little time for you to change that, then of course that bacteria is going to be converting that food for itself and will be creating possible toxins that will make you feel miserable, will make your head feel congested, you're going to be moody, you're not going to be able to enjoy the friendships along the way. So please take care of yourself. Make sure I'm getting a good question here is, why lukewarm water instead of cold water? Very simply, the reason we keep our probiotics cold is to keep them asleep or in an arrested state of growth. When you want them to wake up, you don't want to put them in ice cold water because they're not going to wake up so fast. So if you want the products to work, that's why you put it in lukewarm water, and make sure that the water is filtered so there's no chemicals, chlorine, or anything else that's going to kill the bacteria that you want to help to. I think if you've ever studied Chinese medicine, in Chinese medicine, one of the first hallmarks is that they tell you never to drink cold liquids. I think Americans especially are obsessed with ice and cold drinks. Let me tell you, it's not good for your body. It's not good for your digestion. And there's good news here. You can learn to drink anything that's not ice cold within 2 weeks. You can change your taste. You can change what you crave. You are really in control. Your body and mind are connected. You can change whatever you want. Doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. If you want to feel terrific and you want to get rid of these things that make you feel miserable, you're going to be much better company. You're going to have much more energy. You're going to be able to enjoy the holidays, and you're not going to get sick because now you've overloaded your body with food that can't be digested, that possibly will turn into toxins, will make you feel miserable, and you're going to have no energy to do anything you like during the holidays. So I welcome your questions. I think that this is a very good holiday strategy. Most of our people that work at Natron, the three lovely ladies who answer the phone, will be happy to adjust this regimen for you if you want to customize it for your own use, but please also for your children. I've had good questions asked of me today. I was doing a podcast, and people say, "Well, why can't I use gummies?" And I said, "Please, guys, we need to grow up. Gummies are just a substitute for candy. It's not a way to get your body to function better. You're just finding an excuse to eat more candy by thinking that something good is going to happen, that you're going to get your vitamins or you're going to get your probiotics in a gummy. Let me tell you, bacteria are very smart. And since you are more bacteria cells, or what I call microbial cells, than you are human cells, you need to get a handle and really treat your body correctly, because we have this problem, this chronic illness. By the way, we didn't see this level of chronic illness when people were smoking and eating red meat. This is a phenomena. It was less, much lesser percentage of chronic illness than we see now. So whatever diet advice you're getting, we're getting advice now that some vegetables may be bad for you, like spinach and oxalates. There's a lot of technical information. You can't have certain nightshade vegetables like tomatoes and eggplant and peppers. You can't have this vegetable or that vegetable. Some people are going and saying, well, go back to eating just red meat. I feel terrific. I have this energy. I don't have bloated. What I think you need to do is you need to go on a sensible diet. We have a wonderful low carbohydrate diet on the Natron website, which is free of charge. You don't have to buy anything. It was developed by a medical doctor and myself about 20, 25 years ago. It's still one of the more simple, easy to follow diets. That is a good diet. Most people do well on that. And guess what? Your body will talk to you. If something doesn't feel right after you eat it, you won't have energy. So that's your body telling you, hey, I'm having a problem digesting this. Please eat something else. And the fact that we're using our body like a trash dump is why we're all feeling so bad, and we're listening to any advice that comes along. So, along with a free diet that you can get on our website, what we can do also is give you a free exercise program that was developed especially for me by a nationally recognized fitness trainer. And she gave this to me, and I give it to you free of charge. You go to Natron, you can get our free diet, you can get our free exercise. And that's just because we want you to get better. And hopefully, you'll trust us enough to try our precision probiotics in the way I recommend it. There is the best way to take them, but there's really no wrong way to take them, except if you put them in hot water or you put them in liquids that are antimicrobial or you put them in with a lot of ice. That means they just won't work as well for you and you won't get the results that you need. And also, I'm getting a lot of questions from young women who are having all kinds of fertility issues. They're having their menstrual cycle upset. Their hair is not growing the way it should. Their skin is not reflecting properly. The beauty of their skin is compromised because of what they're eating. And please remember that what I'm telling you is that do not use probiotic products to treat symptoms. The health food industry was never formed on the fact that we want to treat symptoms. Do not buy probiotic products to treat your mood swings. Do not buy probiotic products just to deal with your gas and your bloating. That's not what they're for. True probiotic, probiotics, the way I have researched them for 40 years and manufactured them and formulated them for you, are made to increase the viability and the function of your whole GI tract and all of your microbiomes. Do you know that you can also find bacterial cells in the neurons in your brain? Yes, bacteria and yeast can cross the blood-brain barrier. We now have new evidence that yeast organisms are found in the brain cells of people who have Alzheimer's. So we keep treating the symptoms, but we're not allowing the body or giving the body the proper tools, the proper diet, the proper exercise. And I'm going to add one more thing. You need to get into a good meditation group. You need to get rid of the stress. You need to make connections. You need to have friends. You need to meditate. So you need to take our precision probiotics. You need to try our low carbohydrate, free to you, even if you don't buy anything. Try the exercise program, again, free to you. You don't have to buy anything. And try the meditation. Take our challenge. Try this for a month and see if it doesn't vastly improve your life, how you think, how you feel. You have to be the master of your own faith. You have to decide you want to change. If you want to keep popping pills to take care of symptoms that may damage other parts of your body, it's up to you. It's ultimately your body, your life, and whether or not you want to be healthy as you age or you want to be on 5 or 6 medications like most people in westernized countries are, treating different symptoms. I am not telling you this is medical advice. I'm not telling you not to go to your doctor. If you wish to listen to your doctor and take his advice, this is your privilege and completely natural for you to do. Go to your doctor. But I'm also telling you, for centuries, people knew how to take care of their bodies and how to keep them healthy. So if you want to learn about the people who lived in what we call the blue zones, the people who are healthy, they have learned to adopt a lifestyle with their food, with their perception of reality, with their connections, with their spiritual growth, that they enjoy long life and health, because nobody wants to live long if you end up in a nursing home. Certainly, I do not want to end up in a nursing home with a long life. And many people think that dietary supplements don't work. And the tragedy is because there's no regulation on the efficacy of dietary supplements. There's many problems with dietary supplements across the board, including probiotics, that probably don't have inside the box or the bottle, but the claim on the label. And it's very deceptive. So I think a word to the wise is sufficient, that if you're price shopping, then you shouldn't be in the health food industry. If you're looking for something that's really cheap and you're taking people's words or promises, don't do it. We've been doing this for 40 years. We have people who have been with our customers for decades. There are people who even ask if I'm still there in the company running things. Rest assured, I am. Each product that goes out of my company, I feel very proud because I'm not a salesperson. I do this with a passion. I do because I love my job. I love getting people better. And I know it works because thousands of people have told me over the decades that they feel better, that thank you for saving my life. Thank you for opening my eyes, that my body is a perfect instrument, that I can be in control of it, that I can control my diet, I can control my thoughts, I can change my life and get the right bacteria inside my gut to make sure that I think clearly, that my mood swings are not there. And guess what? Your skin will reflect what's going on in your body. Tomorrow, I'll be celebrating my 76th birthday. And so many people say, how is it that at 76 you have that skin? Because I said the skin reflects of what I have going on in my body. And if it reflects what's going on in my body, it's giving you a good picture how I take care of my intestinal tract. So it's not just your digestive health. It's not just your immune health. It's your skin health. It's your mood health. It affects these microbes that are 100 trillion lining your 27 feet of GI tract, affect everything in your body. And it's very easy. If you just listen to me, start with a healthy trinity. Take one in the morning and one at night, right before the holidays. Take more during the holidays, especially if you're gulping down more food than your body can digest. Make sure to take the probiotics. It's what I call my layering system that come in the powder form, the megadophilus, the digestolac, and the bifidobacter. Take the megadophilus and digestolac, 1 teaspoon in lukewarm water before each meal and after a meal if you feel still heavy, and take extra bifidobacter along with your healthy trinity at night. Why do you need this layering system? Because the conditions that are in our environment, the air is polluted, the water is polluted, the ground is polluted. We are not a healthy planet anymore. So that health of the planet is just reflecting in our health. And I want you to understand that the problem with candidiasis has increased. The information that people are handing about how to deal with candidiasis or bacterial overgrowth has become very one-sided and very simplistic to deal with a very complex issue, and a very complex issue that needs your full attention and commitment. That if you want to overcome this problem, you need to be changing your life, and you need to be listening to someone who's been serving in this industry for well over 40 years. Actually, I've been in the health food industry for 56 years. I've seen all the changes. I knew all the greats who sacrificed their personal fortune and their wealth to make sure that you're able to get this information. Unfortunately, with 70 or 80 years of health food concepts in North America, we have a more chronically ill population than we had in the 1950s when we were supposed to revolutionize healthcare. It's not that the concepts are bad. It's the people teaching the concepts and the solutions they're giving to you is what's not working. And people don't understand how to judge a product because obviously there's not enough experts in our field. So if you've had this problem, you want to change, come along with the ride. I'll be describing many more problems and how we can deal with them, how you can start with a precision probiotic, how you can start with a diet, how you can start with exercise. You can include meditation and allow your body to do its job. It is more than a perfect machine. It's perfectly able to heal itself. The choice is yours. The decision is yours. I'm not going against any medical advice. I'm not telling you not to go to your doctor. I'm giving you an opportunity to be in charge of your body. And I hope this information is making your life better. Next week, I'm going to give you another surprise answer here. We'll be discussing in depth more problems and how these chronic illnesses develop, what happens to our immunity, why our immunity is affected by stress, and how it's absolutely destroyed by stress, and why Candida is just lurking there inside of our intestinal tract to take charge of us. So until next week, give me your questions. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Make a decision to change your life, to change your diet, to change your supplement program, to go get into an exercise activity that's right for your body, and to start meditating every day. And let's keep talking every week to see the progress you are making to allow your body to heal itself and for you to feel great. I think I've done my 20 minutes for today. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, reach me on social media. You can contact me through my website, www.natren.com, spells Natren. We have plenty of people there to answer your questions. Be well, and I hope to hear from you.